sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the rain is gone. All those bad feelings have disappeared. There is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be bright, 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 sunshiny day.
We came up with the idea of why don't we celebrate land art or sculptures or in nature that celebrates the beauty of nature and the South African landscape. And we came upon the idea that Plettenberg Bay is definitely one of the most beautiful spots in South Africa. And when they showed us, the timber shed and the fauna and flora and the beach, then we were convinced that this is a place to do it. And we start having our first meetings, and then we get connected with the Gorilla Group and with Muffin and all the other artists that lives around Plettenberg Bay, and the whole thing developed around that. And then they asked me to see if I can get artists to come and work in Plettenberg Bay. And I've been fortunate to travel a lot and met many wonderful artists. And I phoned Urs Twellman from Switzerland, and I sent him an email and I said, Urs, we've got this fantastic opportunity in South Africa to come and work in one of the most beautiful spots of the country. We've got no money to pay you. Are you willing to come and celebrate the beauty in the southern tip of Africa? And Urs immediately said yes, he'll stand in for his own expenses and he'll be here without any financial fee for an artist, which is fantastic. And then I was convinced, well, if that's so easy, then why not try the Italian artists that I've met before? And I sent an email to Gabriele and Vincenzo, and I explained to them the whole thing, and immediately they said they want to see South Africa and they want to work on the southern tip of Africa. And here, Gabriele and Vincenzo from Italy is here as well. And then it became very easy, and I thought, well, if that's so easy, then why not let's get the local artists? And then I think, you know, there's many fantastic, well-known artists living in Joburg and all around the country, and there's no such easier way than to convince them to have a week holiday in Plettenberg Bay along the beach and just on the sideline do something for us. And they were all willing to pay their own expenses without any artist fee. These guys have given their time for the sake of art and the beauty of Plettenberg Bay and nature around us. So we have to applaud all the artists that worked this week. My approach to the artist was, come to Plettenberg Bay and we'll take you on a walk on Monday, this past Monday. We came down the Milkwood Trail all along the beach and up here and into the timber shed, and the idea was, if you walk this trail, try and find a spot that inspires you and let an artwork develop because of that specific nature art that you see there. And that's where the word site-specific comes from. So create a work that you feel that belongs to that site, that speaks to that site, that belongs to Plettenberg Bay. And to open the mind of people and everybody else about the beauty of that specific spot, that celebrates the beauty of nature, that celebrates the beauty of Earth, that celebrates global warming and all the issues that goes around that. And the artists have chosen their spots and they started to work on the specific spots, and that's what's happening today, is the wonderful opening of this event where you can all go to the sites that starts all along the beach, and you will find those wooden planks with the artist's names written on it, and you'll see the sculptures there. Many of the sculptures won't last for long, because if you work in nature, you become aware of the cycles of nature and how fragile nature and the human beings, and we want to celebrate that. So to be part of nature, you take part in the cycles of life, and so the works won't last for long. But as one of the artists said in a radio interview yesterday on SAFM, they asked her, and they tried to put her in a corner, and they said, but why do you make work that don't last for long? And she answered, and she said, well, you know, you go to Europe and you walk the big art galleries of the world and you see your most favorite painting and you walk out again. And what do you take with you? That memory of celebration and joy of what you experience. And this is exactly what we're doing here, and we hope that would actually help you to celebrate the beauty of nature and the way that artists looks at nature and present it in a different way, in making us aware of how wonderful it is for human beings to be part of a bigger global place that we all live on. And I want you to, after this event, we're going also to Kwanakatula and see what the artists have done there. And then at 3 o'clock, we're going to Kranshoek, and we're going to see the unveiling of the first wonderful sculpture that's part of a whole sculptural trail that's going to develop over the next few years to come. And that is from the Eden to Addo Corridor Initiative that's been started 3 years ago. Events take a long time to develop, but eventually it's happening today. And it's a wonderful celebration this afternoon of seeing the first artwork to be done by Simon Max Bannister later this afternoon to be unveiled. And there's a wonderful story around the elephants, or the elephant of this area. And the moment Simon started to work on the sculpture, and you probably followed the news the last few weeks, what happened around that. And I think that's how animals know much more than humans, and that's why we're part of the cycles. So later this afternoon, please join us, meet the artists at their sites, talk to them how they think about it. And now I want to introduce Muffin, because this whole thing couldn't have worked if it wasn't for the local artists and the artists that lives around here that help us to celebrate this event which we're all part of today. Thank you very much.
Now we're on site here in Kranshoek, overlooking the beautiful ocean today. What a fabulous day to be alive. And this is my artwork. It's called Art Moeders. And it's got wonderful connotations, talking about earth mothers, matriarchs, talking about elephants and art. And it's a site-specific event in collaboration with, well, actually commissioned by Eden to Addo, which is this idea to join the Garden of Eden, which is the Knysna area, and those reserves with Addo Elephant Park. It's a dream. It's an incredible, important idea, connecting biodiversity, connecting areas of wilderness, and demonstrating the importance of biodiversity. So this is the first artwork of the link of the corridor, because the idea is to actually establish land artworks all the way across the 400 kilometers to the Addo Elephant Park. Site Specific is an organization that is creating events that use land art as its basis, but what it means to me is that you're using the materials of the space and you are creating art from that, and whether it be something that's transitory or something that will outlive your own lifetime, it's irrelevant. It's about using what materials are available for you. And what's amazing about art and the importance of art is that it's bringing focus to the eternal moment of now, the incredible moments that we experience with nature. And more we're losing touch with that. So I believe that art is doing powerful work in that way.
Cool.